Paper Transport, Inc., a Wisconsin-based freight carrier, deployed a Tesla Semi on commercial routes in Chicago in mid-July 2026, loading it to the Class 8 maximum gross combined weight of 82,000 pounds. The pilot covers what the transcript describes as 500-mile routes, one of the most common long-haul distances in the U.S., and the company's vice president of maintenance, Brian Ellen, has been explicit that Chicago was chosen specifically because it is a demanding operating environment, not because of enthusiasm for new technology. PTI CEO Tyler Ellison characterized the decision as an expansion of the company's sustainable transportation portfolio, language that suggests a long-term fleet strategy rather than an experimental one-off. The industry question both executives are ultimately trying to answer is whether the Tesla Semi's cost-per-mile economics hold up under real commercial conditions as distinct from the controlled test scenarios and manufacturer specifications that have driven most of the prior analysis. The 500-mile cost comparison is where the financial case for the Semi is clearest. A conventional Class 8 diesel truck averaging approximately 6 miles per gallon would burn roughly 83 gallons to cover 500 miles. At the current U.S. average diesel price of approximately $3.80 per gallon, that trip costs around $315 in fuel alone. The Tesla Semi, at Tesla's published heavy payload efficiency of approximately 1.6 kilowatt-hours per mile, requires about 800 kilowatt-hours for the same distance. At average U.S. industrial electricity rates of 12 to 15 cents per kilowatt-hour, that costs $96 to $120, an operating cost advantage of approaching $200 per single trip. For a fleet running hundreds of these routes annually, that difference compounds into a material financial advantage that fleet operators can model against equipment purchase decisions. The upfront cost comparison works in the opposite direction. A new Class 8 diesel tractor typically costs between $180,000 and $220,000. The Tesla Semi's starting price exceeds $300,000, creating an additional capital requirement of $80,000 to $120,000 before the truck makes its first commercial delivery. In an industry that operates on thin margins and measures purchasing decisions in multi-year payback periods, that premium is the primary commercial obstacle. The hesitation from fleet operators isn't whether the technology works, it's whether a truck without a long operational record in their own fleet is worth the larger upfront commitment. The payback analysis depends on the maintenance side as much as the fuel side. A typical Class 8 diesel truck incurs between $15,000 and $25,000 in annual maintenance, covering routine engine servicing, transmission maintenance, emission system repairs, diesel particulate filter cleaning, and periodic engine overhauls. The Tesla Semi eliminates the mechanical systems behind most of those costs. No transmission, no internal combustion engine, no exhaust after-treatment system. What remains is maintenance common to any heavy vehicle: tires and brakes. Even the brakes benefit from the electric drivetrain. Regenerative braking converts kinetic energy back into battery charge during deceleration, reducing friction brake use substantially and extending brake pad and rotor life relative to a diesel truck. At an estimated 19 to 24 cents per mile for electricity versus roughly 63 cents per mile for diesel, fuel savings alone at 100,000 annual miles could reach approximately $40,000 per year. Against an $80,000 to $120,000 purchase premium, that implies a payback period in the range of 2 to 3 years before maintenance savings are added, within the typical 7 to 10-year operating life of a Class 8 truck, if Tesla's efficiency claims are sustained in practice. The battery is where the long-term economics ultimately rest. The Tesla Semi uses an approximately 822 kilowatt-hour pack built from Tesla's 4680 cells, and Tesla has stated a target service life of roughly 1 million miles. If that target proves achievable, the battery pack would outlast the truck's normal operating life without requiring a mid-life replacement, addressing one of the persistent concerns about electric trucks in long-haul commercial fleets. The 800 kilowatt combined output of the three-motor drivetrain significantly exceeds what highway cruising requires. The relevant figure for durability is that the pack can sustain that output across 1 million miles of operation. That claim cannot yet be verified. The Semi is still in early commercial deployment, and no fleet has accumulated the operational history to confirm or refute it. PTI's pilot program is part of the dataset that will begin to answer that question. The Chicago pilot introduces two operational variables the cost per mile calculations don't fully capture. First, infrastructure. PTI must decide whether to build depot charging stations paired with battery storage systems to take advantage of off-peak electricity rates, which could keep energy costs at the 12 to 15 cent range, or rely primarily on Tesla's public Megacharger network, which remains sparse relative to the U.S. interstate system. Relying on public charging during peak demand periods could meaningfully increase per kilowatt-hour costs, eroding a significant portion of the projected fuel savings. The Tesla Megacharger system delivers up to approximately 1.2 megawatts of charging power, restoring 60 to 70% of battery capacity in roughly 30 minutes under ideal conditions, fast enough to fit within a federally mandated driver rest break. But charging speed only helps if stations are available when and where they're needed. Second, winter battery performance. Chicago regularly sees extended periods below 0 degrees Celsius, and lithium-ion batteries are less electrochemically efficient in extreme cold, which can reduce real-world range below the 500-mile rating, achieved under standardized test conditions. Reduced range means more frequent charging stops, which increases both the time cost and the per-mile energy cost of winter operations. The degree to which cold weather affects the Semi's real-world economics in Chicago is a question that no test conducted in Nevada or California can answer. The Tesla Semi also includes an onboard auxiliary power system rated at up to 25 kilowatts, capable of powering liftgates, cab climate control, and other equipment while the truck is parked, addressing a concern common among fleet operators that electric trucks would struggle to support auxiliary systems without an idling diesel engine. Tesla's dedicated semi-manufacturing facility adjacent to Gigafactory Nevada entered mass production in late April 2026, with a stated capacity target of up to 50,000 units annually, though actual 2026 output is expected to be substantially lower during the production ramp. Whether PTI's pilot validates the financial case the numbers suggest depends on outcomes that no spreadsheet can preemptively resolve. Chicago winter range, charging infrastructure deployment, maintenance costs as the truck accumulates mileage, and battery longevity across years of continuous heavy payload operation. The trucking industry's broader interest in the result isn't sentimental. It's that PTI's operational data from a real commercial route under real commercial conditions will be more useful to other fleet operators making purchase decisions than any figure Tesla publishes in a specification sheet. That is the calculation that made a seasoned freight carrier willing to pay the premium.